My name is Alex Branton, and I am a meteorologist here at the Mount Washington Observatory. I'm coming to you live from the summit of Mount Washington to talk about this weekend's higher summits forecast. Before we jump into the forecast, though, let's take a look at the conditions we're experiencing right now on Mount Washington. So behind me, what you're looking at is our current set of conditions page, and you can find us on our website if you're ever curious about what the weather's like on Mount Washington. Right now, our winds are at about 51 miles per hour, so they hung out right around 50, 60 miles per hour all day today, and our peak gust so far over the past 24 hours has been about 58 miles per hour, or excuse me, that was our 10-minute gust. Over 24 hours, our peak gust about 84 miles per hour, so starting to trend down a little bit, but still some high winds. Temperature is about -9 degrees, so still really, really cold outside. If we combine those cold temperatures with those winds, we have a wind chill value of about -43 degrees Fahrenheit. So really, really cold conditions out there, especially with that wind chill up here on Mount Washington today. So now if we take a look at our vertical temperature profile on the Cog Railway side, we have about 8 degrees at the surface and about -8 degrees here at the summit of Mount Washington. And on the auto road side, we have about 14 degrees down at the surface and about -8 degrees up here at the summit. We have just cleared. We've been in the fog pretty much all day, but we've got some good visibility right now, so I'll just go ahead and show you what that looks like. Some more fog still lingering around, but we got a good view of sunrise. Nice treat after a full day of foggy conditions up here on the summit. So now let's talk a little bit about our forecast for this weekend. So behind me, you're looking at a surface analysis map. This is really useful for looking at the weather systems that are going to be at play here for the country. If we dial in on New Hampshire, though, New England, we have a pretty good high pressure system building in to start the forecast period. So we've got this broad area of high pressure kind of building towards New England right here. High pressure is generally associated with better weather, clearer conditions. So we've got some sunny skies, hopefully in the mix a little bit here at the summit, but definitely down at the lower elevations due to that high pressure. If we advance forward, though, in the forecast period, we see that we have a bit of a low pressure system moving in here. So we zoom in, we see that we have this low pressure system moving in with that warm front on the leading edge and a cold front kind of behind it, bringing some chances of precipitation, maybe some high winds, cloud coverage for the second half of that weekend. So now let's take a look at our future radar. So this system, although it will bring the chance for precipitation, there's not going to be much in the way of precipitation. Tonight we have nothing much, maybe a little bit popping up over the mountains, clearing up for Saturday, and then Sunday we see that we have a bit more snow moving in for the northern parts of the state and for the higher elevations. But that's all that's really on our radar for this weekend. Again, a pretty moisture-starved system, so not too much snow expected, even though it will bring us some cloud coverage here in New Hampshire. So now let's take a look at our higher summits forecast. You can access this by going to mountwashington.org, clicking on the weather tab, and scrolling down to the PDF, Daily Regional Weather PDF. That's going to give us a nice view of current conditions and almanac data if you're interested in that. But for now, we're going to look at our higher summits forecast. So we do have a wind chill advisory in effect throughout the whole weekend, meaning those wind chills are going to be quite low. They can present hazards such as hypothermia or frostbite if you're not properly dressed for those conditions. So just be aware of that. If we look at our forecast we have for Friday night, in and out of the clouds, trending towards clearing under partly cloudy skies. Our temperatures around 10 below, and winds west shifting northwest at 45 to 60 miles per hour, with gusts up to 70 miles per hour. And our wind chill is going to be falling to 30 below to 40 below. Now moving over into Saturday, we're going to start the day in the clear, but we're going to pretty quickly trend towards in and out of the clouds under increasingly cloudy skies. We're going to have a slight chance of snow showers later in the afternoon, but only expecting a trace to 1 inch of snow. Our temperatures are going to be around 5 degrees below zero, and winds at 40 to 55 miles per hour early, but increasing by the evening to 50 to 70 miles per hour with gusts up to 80 miles per hour. And wind chill rising to 25 below to 35 below. So taking a look at Saturday night, we have in and out of the clouds, trending back towards in the clouds under mostly cloudy skies. A slight chance of snow showers throughout the whole night, but again, only expecting to see about a trace to 1 inch of snow over Saturday night. Temperatures rising to around 0 degrees, and winds west at 50 to 70 miles per hour with gusts up to 85 miles per hour. Wind chill 25 below to 35 below. And lastly, as we move over into Sunday, we're going to still be in the clouds with a chance of snow showers. Expecting maybe a little bit more. We have a possibility of 1 to 3 inches on Sunday, but temperatures still remaining in those lower single digits. Winds west at 45 to 60 miles per hour, but they're going to increase to 70, 90 with gusts potentially reaching up to 105 miles per hour on Sunday. And wind chills back to 25 below to 35 below. And so that's all that I have for you for our 48-hour higher summits forecast for this weekend. If you're going to be in the area or know someone in the area, please share this forecast with those individuals. And even though it's going to be quite cold and quite windy up here at the higher summits and at the lower elevations, I hope you guys find a way to enjoy your weekend. So with that, have a good night, and we'll see you next Friday for our weekend higher summits forecast.